Good morning, guys. We're taking all the knowledge that we've learned here from the last, couple weeks here, and just like you see there, we're writing some sentences today. I know a lot of third graders kind of drop their heads and get frustrated with writing sentences, but I promise you, it's really not all that bad. I'm not going to ask you to write little tiny sentences like the dog jumped. I mean, yes, it is a sentence with the subject and the predicate, but you can make it a little bit more in depth here. There's only 5. I'm only asking you to do 5 here to start off today, okay? But we are taking all of our prior knowledge with subjects and predicates, right? Because what you need to remember when writing a sentence is every complete sentence has a subject and a predicate. Who or what the sentence is about, and then what did the subject do? That's the predicate. If you notice, what I like about all these sentences too, which I'm going to be pretty picky about, is that every sentence starts with a capital letter and it ends with a period or punctuation mark. Now we're going to be reviewing those again very soon, but you might remember a question ends with the question mark. A sentence with a lot of emotion ends with an exclamation point, so on and so forth. But you don't really need to worry about this pink side. I'm really trying to focus on this yellow and blue side, but what your goal is, or what the assignment is today, is for you to show all of your past knowledge, what you've learned, and make it very clear that you can differentiate, or you can tell the difference between what the subject is and what the predicate is. Yes, we're going back to complete subjects and complete predicates, but what this person did is very similar to what I showed you yesterday. What I showed you yesterday is to write, in a line like this to break up the subject and the predicate. Well, you're not going to be writing in lines like this because you obviously can't have that in your sentences that you write. You can't just have lines all over. But you can see here the color-coded that it separates a complete subject with the complete predicate. Right here, the puppy jumped into the car. Who or what did something? The puppy. Instead of putting a line like I generally do, they just put the complete predicate in yellow, and then everything after the line, by the way, that's a very nice straight line, I might say. Everything after the line is a complete predicate. What did the puppy do? Jumped into the car. Now, you guys can probably say, oh, well, the simple subject is puppy, and the simple predicate is jumped, but that's all great, but what I really want you to do is practice writing full sentences with the complete subject and the complete predicate and being able to understand the difference. The subject, who or what something, who or what the sentence is about, and the predicate, who or what the subject does. I was getting them mixed up there for a minute there. So here we go. Number 2, a broken iPad was on the ground. Who or what is the sentence about? A broken iPad. Again, they ended the yellow. I like to put a line. It's not a straight line this time. Everything after that is a complete predicate. Was on the ground. It just simply separates who or what the sentence is about to what did they do, right? That's what your guys' assignment is going to be all about. You guys are going to be doing that on your own. You're not going to be putting lines in. You're not going to be doing color coding. But if you look in your paper packet, here's this assignment. We're going to do everything the shush says, right? Everything the bear says. And here's the directions right here. Write at least 5 sentences on your own. Now, there's a ton of lines in here. You don't need to fill up every line. You also don't need to make it as short as you possibly can. Find somewhere in the middle. Not that a sentence has to have, 5, 6 words, but maybe that's a good goal. Okay? And then please notice, circle the subject of your sentences and underline the predicate. Be sure to use the correct end punctuation. Be sure to use the correct end punctuation. Remember what we said earlier. Start each sentence with a capital letter. You need to get in that habit, and you need to do that correctly. And you need to end it with an end punctuation, a period for a statement or a command, a question mark if you're asking a question, an exclamation point if you have something with emotion. So it should look something like this. Now, I'm going to do my best to make it as neat as I can with this, but I am going to say, I don't know, and by the way, you don't have to copy mine. You can make up your own. The wet dog ran away. I don't mean like he's gone for good. I don't mean to make a sentence, but I just simply mean that he ran away because he didn't want to get wet anymore. So, there's my sentence. Do you see a capital letter? I sure do. And punctuation, period, yeah, just a declarative sentence, just a statement. The wet dog ran away. Not emotion, not a question, not anything. So let's go back up to the directions. Circle the subject of the sentence. Who or what is the sentence about? Well, the wet dog ran away. Who or what did something? The wet dog. So I'm going to try to do a neat circle here I'm going to work with. So I circled the subject, underline the predicate. What did the dog do? Ran away. Now that is a pretty a bad line there. Let me try to get it a little bit better. Erase it. So that's following the directions. Now again, I am asking you to be neater. I'm sorry that I can't get my hand with my mouse to work very well. But followed all the directions. Except for I only did 1 out of 5. But capital letter, good end punctuation, circle the subject, underline the predicate. Just getting you guys in the habit of that. We're going to keep working on this stuff like this from now until Christmas. Different sentences, writing, paragraphs, so on and so forth. That's what we're working on from now until Christmas. So let's do it right at the start here. Let's do it correctly is what I mean. Do it correctly from the start. And this assignment will get us a lot of A's if we do that. But at any rate, guys, this is your assignment for today. Lord's blessings to you as you praise your Savior.